Hey, welcome back to the channel. If you notice the screen moving around a little bit, that's because I had to do this pretty cheap. I'm using an old iPod and have it set up to a clamp to point down on my actual switch. I don't have a capture card, but I figure it's better than nothing. So let's try to get right into this. With the new Nintendo Online service, people will notice now that if you go to the Nintendo eShop, it actually came out a little earlier than it was supposed to. It was supposed to be about 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time last night, but it was up as early as 8:30. You'll notice when you scroll down, and hopefully my iPod won't stop zooming in and out, you'll see Nintendo Switch Online. When you go over, now I've already done this, you get a 7-day free trial, in which afterwards it'll want to resume with a subscription, which you can go down here and it'll want to do auto renew. You can simply click on that. It doesn't show it right now for me because I've already done it, and that's where you would go to cancel auto renew for those that don't want it automatically renewing. So now here are membership options. We go down. This is in Canadian dollars. 1 month, 3 months, 12 months. And then for family. I'm not a family, so I would go with this one. I haven't gone there yet. Don't have the money right now. I probably will next week before my free trial expires. So I just wanted to go over that really quickly. Then when you back out, you'll notice here is where you would download your Nintendo Switch Online free app game for the NES Classics. So you would click on that. I've already downloaded it. See, it's a free download. And as I've mentioned in my other video, you actually have to be connected to the internet at least once a week in order for this to work. Now we're going to back out. And as you can see here, that is the app for all the games. So I'll go ahead and load that up. I mean, most people are probably going to be able to see this for themselves, right? Because if you're watching this, chances are you already have a Switch. And everybody can get the free trial. But for those few people that may not have one, they're contemplating on buying one, this is what it looks like. You have all the games here. I'm not going to go through every single one. Don't want to make the video 3 hours long. These are all the games that are out right now. And I thought it was going to be individual titles that you can download. Obviously, they decided to do the one app with them all. Hey, that's fine. You have options on the left-hand side here, 1 player, 2 players, and play online. And as you can read the screen, it tells you briefly the description. The settings is an interesting one. You have the aspect ratio of 4:3. You have what's called pixel perfection. There's a little bit of a difference. And then CRT filters. You can just go ahead and play around with these at your leisure. I have it on pixel perfection. But I sometimes find that some games will have the black bar at the top. I know that for 16:9 aspect ratio, when we went there in the early 2000s, it went wider, right? But 4:3, you'll get the bars on each side, obviously. So what we'll do is just back out, and we'll just try out a game, just for the fun of it, so you get an idea. If you hit the ZL and ZR button, you can create a suspend point, which is saving your game, or you can load it, which I've done here, or will do here. And there's the game, or one of them as an example. And as you can see, the graphics. So now I'm going to pause it again. We'll create a suspend point. I'll just overwrite that. And if you go back to game selection, you can go to settings. That was pixel perfection. But if you go to 4:3, go back to Mario, load. Maybe there's a bit of a difference. Anyhow, I don't want to get too much into that. I just wanted to try to make this somewhat brief. I'm already at like 5 minutes right now. Don't want to bore people to death, but that is basically a quick snippet of what is going on with Nintendo Switch Online. You can also back up your saves, as a lot of people probably know. So Legend of Zelda, you know, a lot of people have several hundreds of hours of gameplay going on. So if you hit the plus button, you'll now see the extra feature right here that I highlighted. I guess I don't need to point with my finger. You'll see that it's backed up, because when you click on it for the first time, you'll be prompted with this screen. It'll automatically by default be on Save Data Backup On. You'll have to click on this one, Back Save Up Data, the first time, and it'll shoot it to the cloud. Again, I briefly touched on this in my other video. If you're not subscribed or you cancel, they cannot guarantee that your cloud save is going to remain in their cloud. It may, you know, the weather might clear up and the clouds might disappear, and so will your cloud save, right? So that wouldn't be good. So, you know, for a measly $24, it's like $28 Canadian with tax. It's pretty good. I think it's worth it for the online and the cloud save alone. Other than that, I mean, like I said, you know, we can complain about how crap it is or how great it is. I kind of, you know, talk about both a little bit. There's some pros, there's some cons, like anything else. Like, you know, the glitches with this game, we won't get into that. That'll be another 20-minute video. So that's pretty much it. And in order to get all this, maybe I should have said this at the beginning, you will need to go to System Update and update to the new firmware of 6.0.0, in which afterwards you'll be able to go to the store, like I've said, and you will have the new section down below to manage your Nintendo Switch Online. I mean, I suggest everybody at least tries it out, right? You get it free for a week, test it out, see if you like the NES Classics. Make sure you turn off your auto renewal if you don't want that. And I really do feel that it's a good price. I think it's a good value. I think in the US it's $20 US for the membership for the 1 year. And when you compare that to Xbox Live, PlayStation Gold, sure, they may offer a little bit more, but you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is with Nintendo. It's a step in the right direction. It's a lot better than where we were before. My blood pressure has finally, you know, decompressed a little bit. I don't have to worry about losing my Zelda Breath of the Wild game save, which to me and many other people, that was a huge thing. Now we don't have to worry about that. We just have to worry about keeping our subscription up in order to still have it in the cloud. But like I said, for the price, I don't think that'll be too much of an issue for most people. And that pretty much wraps it up. Hopefully that sheds some light a little bit with the new Nintendo Online feature. I know that tons of other people have already posted these videos, people way more popular, people with actual capture cards that aren't, you know, using an iPod as their camera hooked on with a coat hanger so it like dangles down so I can have it facing down on the screen. But I figure this is better than nothing for the time being, and obviously someday if I do make some extra cash on the side, I'll be sure to probably pick up a capture card. For the PS4 it's built in, so I don't need to worry about that, and the Xbox One is the same thing. You can record up to about 10 minutes. But unfortunately the Switch, it only allows 30 seconds. And I've already been babbling for about 10 minutes, so that wouldn't work. Anyhow, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. If you want to subscribe, you can do that. If you don't want to, then don't do it. Have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video.